It's time to let little sis play. So, there is a new crew skill via Yulia in Multi-Turret Academy, and that allows the AI to man the turret. So we're going to take a look at that today, and we're also looking at the bigger is better strategy, which is absolutely delightful. And both of those are going to come together very nicely with the Sherman Calliope, which is already one of the most enjoyable and versatile vehicles in the game. One of the ways that Multi-Turret Academy is balanced in terms of difficulty is by the abilities of the vehicles. So if you want to have a hard time, play a difficult tank and don't upgrade it very much. It's really up to you. And if you want to have a blast and just meme on some people, decompress, de-stress, and all that goodness, well, the bigger is better strategy and letting Yulia drive the turret for a while definitely does the trick. Now, for bigger is better, mainly what you want to do is pick up the crew skills with what's her name? The girl with the jacket? I don't know their names yet. I'm not really familiar with... Oh, hi, Yulia. I'm not familiar with other girls. It's okay to have a favorite, right? Excuse me. I got some crud in my lungs. I've had a little bit of a fever today, and I slept until like 3-4 p.m., something like that. So, no, I stayed up till 3 p.m. and then I slept until like 7:30. That's right. I'm a little foggy. I just got out of the sauna, and I just have heat radiating off of my body. Heat therapy is just really good for me. I've had a spine problem since I was a child, and I don't really have any issues. I can pretty much do whatever I want, and most of it won't hurt me. But taking a very hot soak on a regular basis is just really good for that. Plus, it's good for when you have a cold. It feels good. It does good. It must be good. And speaking of, the bigger is better strategy that we're using here, and you access those via your cell phone, your DMs. These girls are sliding right in already, and we just picked one of Jacket Girl's crew perks there, so that gives us some fringe benefits when we're using the bigger is better strategy. And you unlock these by spending what are essentially victory points to have personal conversations with these ladies, and unlock how would I put it? It's modifiers, really. It's just little perks. Did that round phase through the enemy vehicle? I do see that the reticle Ziff the reticle. The reticle's a little bit off from the cursor, and I've seen that a few times. I don't know if that's a perpetual thing, but here we're looking at, by the way, the M18, and we're running full high explosive here. And the more high explosive turrets you unlock during the course of a mission, during the course of a run, if you will, the more damage it gives to your primary gun. So that means every time you choose a high explosive turret, your gun gets 5% more damage, which is nice. And here we go. We're letting Yulia play, and we're going to go for the belly. So that is the sum of this strategy, and here we'll fast forward to the end of this run and then just kind of wrap things up. I wanted to give you a quick look at how Yulia's Let Me Play works, and really, I mean, what you're not seeing is that she's aiming and firing the turret for me, and right now this ability was just introduced into the game, and I'm sure things will change because everything is changing in this game on a fairly frequent basis. But suffice to say, I really enjoy being able to focus on piloting the tank, because that's really where most of the cognitive load is in this game. Aiming at enemies and firing really doesn't take a whole lot of concentration, but it's nice to be able to subordinate that to the AI and just have a good time playing a tank commander driver sort of chap. And you can see sometimes, always I should say, where I fail, it's in terms of positioning. So if I'm in a good position, I don't have to worry about whether or not my shot's gonna go through and cripple an enemy tank, because I can always just keep scooting and not worry. That was a little bit tight. So that I suppose is that. It's even more fun than I thought it would be. One thing that I'd like to see is that right now Yulia only targets enemies when they're within range of the gun, so she'll move the turret back to a default front-facing position when she doesn't have a target, and that can be a little bit inefficient when compared to the player, but that's fine. And I hope you are having a fine day as well. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.